China. Well, let me bring myself up a little bit because for some reason I'm not seeing myself and I want you guys to see me. And the prima cosa that we need to do today, the first thing that we need to do is to put on the fa dalet because I have an amazing healing soup to show you that is full of antioxidants, that is full of vitamins, and it's a vegetarian soup. And what we're going to do is we're going to roast some vegetables. Oh, wait till I show you. Pero la prima cosa in Italian means the first thing that we need to do is to put on the fa dalet. And I have a very beautiful fa dalet. It's the sloth. Look how beautiful it says, follow your dreams. Follow your dreams. You know, the sloth might be slow, but it gets there in its own time. So the first thing that I want to do is to bring your attention to the vegetables that we're going to be utilizing. I have these beautiful cauliflower, butternut squash, and then we're going to be utilizing some leeks, some green onions, some parsley. We're going to be utilizing some cilantro, some sage, and I am going to show you what we are going to do. So the first thing I want you to do is to turn your oven to 500 degrees. Turn your oven to 25 minutes. And what I have here is, what I want to show you is just a regular sheet, a pan sheet. And then what we're going to do to this pan sheet is I am going to grab, I know I had it here. I had it here. We're just going to add some water to the pan, which since I do not have it, so I just have a little bit of water. And what we want to do is, what I've done is I've taken my butternut squash, my beautiful butternut squash, I have cut it in the middle, and then I chopped it up. And what I have here is I have a diced butternut squash, and that's what we're going to put right here in the water. Yes, I know guys, but trust me, you got to go with this. And then right here is I have my cauliflower. And you know, and I really like buying the cauliflower that sometimes has some little blemishes, and that's okay because you know you get your little bucket over here, and then you get a tiny little paring knife, and then what you could do is instead of throwing it away, just kind of remove the little bits like that. And what we want to do is we want to cut these in half. And we're just going to lay them down right there next to that. So this is a very beautiful soup. When my mother-in-law had cancer, I would make her this soup, and it would make her feel good because there was a lot of things that she could not eat. And this soup made her feel really, really good. And she loved this soup. I also have fennel here that I also have cut up. I'm also going to be utilizing fennel. And so again, you know, this is cauliflower, and we have fennel, and we are just going to put them in a little bit of water, and all the fennel goes in here. I'm going to keep this piece right here, even the green parts of the cauliflower. All right, so what I'm going to do here, I'm not going to salt this or anything. I'm going to put this in the oven. And this is going to go right in the oven, guys, right in the oven like so. And I'm going to turn my timer on. And here we go. All right, in the meantime, let me remove all of the plates so we can clear all the plates. Because I want to bring your attention to my cooktop over here that I have. So all plugged in. I have my soup bowl ready to rock and roll. And what I want to show you is, what I have here is I have 3 green onions, and I also have this wonderful, beautiful, also it's a family of onions, but what I want to show you is you want to cut it right here, your leek. So these are leeks, these are organic leeks, everything I'm using is organic. So I'm going to cut my leek, all right, I'm going to get that out of the way. And I want to bring your attention to something that I just discovered, and I guess I did not know about this. It is called fruit and vegetable wash. And what it does, it removes the toxins. Yes. So if you're not buying organic, you can buy something like fruit and vegetable wash, and it's organic, and 1 cup full of that. I have it right here in water. I just put a cup full of that into the water to remove whatever needs to be removed. And then what I do is I cut this little piece right off the end. I cut that off, okay? And then what I do is I cut that in the middle again. Let me get this green onions out of the way. And then I come in here like so. And then I want to chop these guys. Chop these guys. And then they're going to go into this beautiful water, guys. This beautiful water that's going to remove all the toxins. And although I have organic, you still have to wash your vegetables. So these are going to sit here for 2 or 3 minutes, and you rinse them off really, really well. And then what you get is you get this, because we're going to need to have these dry because we're going to start our soup. So we have here 2 to 3 leeks, depending on if you like leeks. I love leeks, so I have about 3 leeks right here. I also have, I call them palm fronds, and that is from, let me grab myself a little, so I can clean my board here. And I'm just going to roughly chop this because we're going to be sauteing this. It's going to be a very, the soup is delicious because we are going to be utilizing some wonderful ginger, fresh ginger. And ginger, guys, comes like this, okay? What I do when I buy my ginger, I can either freeze my ginger, I can either grind my ginger, I can either dry my ginger, but I always have ginger. So I'm going to be utilizing 4 cloves of garlic. I'm going to be utilizing a nice chunk of ginger. I'm also going to be utilizing 2 green onions. I also have here some sage that we're going to be utilizing, some cilantro, and some parsley. So what I want to do to my green onions, these just remove. And remember, guys, you can repot these and put them in the ground, and you'll always have green onions. And I'm going to do that because my green onions, I need to do that. So these are organic green onions. Just put them in the ground up to here and watch the magic. They just start growing. I'm telling you, it's a vegetable that keeps on going. And if you're in a small budget, or you will have continuation of green onions. And these have been washed. So what I want to do is I want to saute these because these guys are all going to go in my pot. So let me turn my pot now. And what I want is I want a medium to medium high. And that's what I'm looking for. All right, so what I want to do to this right here is I want to come and get, and I want to work with ghee. My ghee is right back here, keeping everything nice and healthy. And what I'm going to do is I am going to use a teaspoon of my ghee, because remember what I always tell you, you cannot take it out. So we start with a teaspoon of ghee, just a teaspoon of ghee. That's going to take care of this. And ghee is delicious. And I'm going to tell you something, if you get ghee, make sure it's grass-fed ghee and it's organic. Yes. All right, so I'm just going to have that it's melting my ghee. And I'm going to look at it. And if I need a little bit more, I can add a little bit more. Now, when your vegetables are done, get yourself a bullet or get yourself a food processor and make it very, 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 very thin out like this. And this is what you're looking at, okay? Once your vegetables come out of the oven, you're going to put them in a blender. You're going to blend them very, very, very well. A bullet will be wonderful. And what I've done is I mixed a little bit of vegetable broth in this. And I'm going to be walking you through the whole thing. All right, so what I want to do is my ghee is starting, I can smell my ghee. When I'm starting to smell my ghee, is what's going to give me that wonderful, wonderful, I can start sauteing my beautiful vegetables. And I have my beautiful spoon right here. And what I want to do is I want to make sure that my ghee is covered. So now what I want to do again to this right now is I want to add another teaspoon of ghee. Because I can see, and I'm using a small cast iron pot, guys. So depending on how big your family is, depending on how much you're making, you may have to add more than just a teaspoon or 2 teaspoons of ghee. All right, so my ghee is going in there. I really wish that the thing was right on here, but it's melting like so. All right, so as this is heating up and doing its thing, what I want to do is I want to come over here, and I just want to take my wonderful leeks with my green onions, and I just want to put them in here. In the meantime, let me move that out of the way. I have my wonderful onions in there. I want to bring your attention now to the garlic. Again, I have 4 cloves of garlic right over here. Right over here. And once you have this soup, it is so amazing for your belly and your stomach. If you are feeling bloated or if you're not feeling good, this soup is just wonderful. It's designed to really work from the inside and really start healing your body. Sometimes, we eat a lot of things that we should not be eating. It could be fried chicken or burgers, and this is a nice way to give the body a break from all of that, and it's just wonderful for you. And I wanted to really bring this soup to you today. It's nice, and we have a nice little chill here in Florida, and I got all my windows open, and it's just beautiful. So what I want to do over here now is I want to come in here, and I just want to give this a really good chop. A really good chop. Get that out of the way. Move that out of the way. All right, just a good chop. We're also going to be utilizing some turmeric, because turmeric is very good for inflammation. And like I said, everything here is designed to work together for ultimate health. Ultimate health, guys. Ultimate health. And I love bringing you things that I have done a lot of studies in and that I have really researched. And then to this, I just want to go ahead and add a pinch of salt. I'm using fine salt. I'm not going to add my garlic yet. I want my leeks. Oh, it's already smelling wonderful here. So now I want to get my garlic in there. Garlic is very good on antioxidants. We're building our immune system. When I always talk about that, when we keep an immune system in alkaline, the body doesn't get sick. And especially when you get to be our young age. Okay, so now to this, I see that I'm going to need another teaspoon of ghee, because I'm not looking to make it very, very oily. I'm not looking for that at all. And ghee gives it such an amazing, delicious flavor. All right, so now that I got my ghee going on in here with my garlic, I wish we had smell-o-vision. I wish we had smell-o-vision. All right, so now to the garlic. I want to taste my garlic. I am going to use a larger, whatever you want to call this guy. They all have different names. And I'm not really going to worry about the skin. I want to be able to taste my ginger. If you do not want to taste your ginger, okay, I suggest for you to mince it even smaller. I don't care to mince it a little smaller, but that's me. But a lot of people I know, they're very sensitive. So what you can do in this case, just come back and just kind of do that. And that's going to go right in there. Oh man, it's just like as soon as it hits here, it just goes poof. All right, so then what I want to do is I want to bring my turmeric. And I always talk to you about turmeric. If you're going to use turmeric, if you're going to use a teaspoon or a tablespoon of turmeric, make sure that you're using either black pepper or white pepper, because it's the only way that that's going to absorb into your body. So what I want to do is I want to put that, I'm actually going to put it in this little guy right here, because I'm not ready to do that. And then I'm going to put a teaspoon also of my black pepper. I am done with that. Get that out of the way. I'm also going to go ahead and come back here again, and I'm just going to put another little bit of salt right in there. So again, what we have here is we have turmeric, black pepper, and salt. All right, get that out of the way. And this is looking really good. All right, so then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come back and go with my vegetable. I have vegetable broth, and I have organic vegetable broth. And what I want to do right now is I just want to break up the, those little bits that get in there, those little brown bits that makes the soup delicious. All right, so what I'm going to do is I just want to add so what I'm using right here, guys, is I am using a 32 fluid ounce of vegetable broth, depending how thin or thick you like your soup. All right, so then to that now, I am going to go ahead and add my wonderful roasted vegetables that I showed you earlier that we are roasting. And I want to make sure that I get every single bit of that. Oh, yes. Yeah, yes. Now we are done with that. And then what I want to do is I want to come back over here. Oh, you should see how beautiful the soup is. I'll bring it and show it to you guys in just a minute. And then what I want to do is I want to come back here and add some more of my wonderful stock, my vegetable stock. Oh, yes. Oh, it's beautiful. It's such a pretty, pretty soup. And it's really healthy for you. If you're having stomach problems, if you're having aches and pains, it's just a really good soup. And to that, I'm going to add my wonderful seasonings that I just showed you, the turmeric, the black pepper, and a little bit of the salt. And now what I want to do, I'm going to come back here again, and I want to add some more of this deliciousness. Sometimes it will take a whole entire one. I just like to add it little by little. And it's just mixing and it's doing its thing beautifully. And I'll bring you over here. So now I'm going to cover this guy. Because the next thing that I want to do is I want to bring the sage. And I have some beautiful sage that I also grow in my own garden. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of roll it like that. And I am just going to, I like to thinly slice it. You guys can chop it, you can do whatever you like. And what I like to do is when I serve it, I like to, to add the sage right on top of it. It's nice and pretty. If you don't like this, if you don't like sage, then I would not suggest you do that. So now I have a little bit of sage over there, like 3 or 4 leaves. A couple of leaves is however much you want to use. I'm going to use a little bit more sage. I love sage. And it's really an underutilized, very underutilized herb that has got so many healing proprieties. You know me with English. All right, so then what I want to do over here is that I want to come over here and I want to grab my scissors because I do want to get some of my cilantro, just the tops of the cilantro, beautiful cilantro right here. And I do want to come and get some wonderful parsley. And what I want to do here now is, while that is doing its thing, and this is a super easy soup, and it goes fast. So what you want to do is you really want to come in here and you really want to chop. So, depending on how much parsley you like, or how much cilantro. If you don't like cilantro, by all means, utilize parsley. If you don't like either, you need to use one of the others. Because it's all designed to work together and work in your system and in your body. And I'm going to tell you, you're going to start feeling really, really good. And another thing, guys, with this, you will also lose weight. I like to serve this with a nice crusty organic bread. Or sometimes just by itself. So now I'm going to add all my wonderful greens right in there. Oh, it's beautiful. And I'm going to come back and show this to you guys because it's really beautiful. I haven't tasted anything yet, but I'm just about ready to do that because I want to see how it is. Wow. You can taste everything in it. I can taste the ginger. I even taste the turmeric because what I did is I bought turmeric, I dried my turmeric, and then I grounded it yesterday and I used it today, so you can really smell and taste. Let me bring you over here because I want to show this to you. Let me see, can you guys see that? Where is it at? All right, I'm trying to find it. Oh, wait a minute, my phone does not like that. All right, I don't know if you can see it. All right, no. Okay, well, the phone doesn't seem to like it. There it goes. There it goes. For some reason, my phone doesn't like to get too close to the food. It thinks it's going to, oh my God, just go, just explode or something. We don't know. So as you can see, my soup, it's cooking, it's still pretty thick. Pretty thick. So I am just going to show you how I would serve this, even though it's not quite done, but I do want to show you that. I'm just going to get myself a nice bowl here. And I'm just going to grab this beautiful spoon. And I just want to show you how beautiful the soup is. It's not quite done. I would let it sit for a good 20 to 30 minutes. And just keep adding some of that wonderful deliciousness that it is the vegetable broth. So then what I would do is I would come over here like this, and then you could add some of the greens on top like that. And if you want, you can add some seeds. And then what you're looking at is you're looking at this beautiful, delicious, healthy, for your health, healing vegetable soup. All right, bellies, that's all I have for you today. Enjoy it. For your health, I will do anything. Okay, bellies, take care of yourself. Be kind to yourself. I want to thank my sponsors, Harris with FARMASI. I want to thank Dario Rodriguez with Life and Food Superstores in Ellenton, Florida for the wonderful, incredible, amazing deliciousness that he provides me. And I had to stop dead to this soup. It is delicious. It smells wonderful. And it's for your health. Okay, ladies, that's all I have for you. Have a wonderful day. God bless every single one